For years, Suzuki have had the lone entrant in the compact sport utility market. Well, times are a-changing, as they say. Not only will Honda have the CR-V, but Toyota have released this vehicle. This is the recreational activity vehicle four-wheel drive, or in plain English, the RAV4.
Oh, so many years ago, and as Graham said, there were only 3 vehicles in the segment at that time. My, how times have changed. Today, the pickup truck is the #1 selling vehicle in North America. But what do you think the best-selling non-pickup truck vehicle is? No, it's not the Honda Civic, and it's not the Toyota Corolla. It's that, the RAV4, the same vehicle that Graham was driving so many years ago. Obviously, it's changed, this being the 5th generation. But this segment now is crowded and it's on fire as consumers continue to gobble up all the vehicles and car makers continue to cash the checks. Well, this week we're in the beautiful wine country of Carmel, California. We're here to find out how Toyota is going to keep the RAV4 best in class.
This one's huge for us. In the last 5 years, we've seen tremendous growth in subcompact and compact SUVs, shift away from mid-size sedans and compact sedans into this segment. And it's become the most important segment in the industry right now, and RAV4 has been our #1 seller, surpassing Corolla that used to be our #1.
What it comes down to is people like the high hip point, they like all-wheel drive capability, they like the cargo capacity of vehicles like this. It's a good all-rounder. It is the new family car.
Well, I call SUVs stupid, useless vehicles because there's nothing in an SUV that a station wagon doesn't do better, cheaper, and more fuel efficiently. But the customer wants what the customers want, and the customer's always right even when he's wrong. SUVs are a fact of life, and I have to admit that Toyota's done a pretty good job with this one. It's lighter than it's been. The ride and handling are markedly better than the previous car. The thing about this particular RAV4 is there's, I think, a couple of bolts carried over from the previous generation. The rest of the vehicle is all new, and yet it had some of its best sales results ever in its last year in Canada.
Now, the RAV4 comes with the new 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, 203 horsepower, 184 pounds-feet of torque. Now, it's not really new. Like the 8-speed transmission, it came out of the Toyota Camry. Now, Motoring TV viewers have asked, and probably will continue to ask, why did Toyota abandon the V6?
One of the comments was, well, you know, I have to tow. What am I going to do? Well, what you do is you buy the Trail Edition with 3,500 pounds worth of towing capability. Oh, well, I need extra passing power because, you know, 4-cylinder is never going to do it for me. Get the hybrid. It's the quickest RAV on the road, and it's not all about, you know, engine displacement.
私自身はね、あまりその、家族があるとか、年代がどうのこうのよりも、やっぱりそのアクティブなハートを持ってる。そういうお客様が喜んでもらえる、よりそのもっとアクティブな生活を送りたいというふうに思っているようなお客さんをやっぱり頭の中でイメージしながら開発してきました。
Usually a combination of rear seat headrests and a spare tyre that's mounted on the tailgate equates to a disastrous view through the rear-view mirror. Well, it's not the case on the RAV4, primarily because the headrests are small enough and the spare tyre barely sticks up above the window line.
Well, that was Graham talking about his concerns for rear visibility back then. Well, it's still a concern today, but not in this RAV4. It has an available digital rear view mirror. You flip it over and you can see exactly what's behind your vehicle. Now, that's a safety feature I'd pay for. It's a technology that's being used by more car makers with all-wheel drive vehicles, and it's called torque vectoring.
What the torque vectoring does is it puts more torque to the outside rear wheel, which effectively turns the car into the corner. It's completely transparent to the driver. You'd never know it was happening. I suggest maybe 1% of Toyota RAV4 owners will ever go off-road, at least on purpose. What torque vectoring will do is to keep more of them from going off-road, not on purpose.
The big story is we intend to double our hybrid sales. We're going to have a fun-to-drive, exciting-looking vehicle that's going to change perceptions about what a hybrid vehicle is.
The hybrid powertrain, I'm not an electric car fan, as you know, but the hybrid powertrain works very well, and it's a surprisingly capable vehicle.
So you're going out to run out now to buy your first crossover?
No.
その理由はですね、これから新しい RAV4 とを通してさまざまなお客様とですね知り合える。でそれが我々トヨタもしくは RAV4 と新たにお付き合いするということのスタート地点に立ってるんじゃないかなというのは私の正直した感想です。
The bottom line on the new RAV4, it's the best one yet, and it should be. And as Bill Gardner likes to say, hey, it's a Toyota. When it comes to quality, it's bulletproof. But really, this vehicle is loaded with all the active safety, all the technology that people expect today. Now, even Jim says it drives more like a car, but if that's what you're looking for when it comes to driving, why don't you drive this and then drive the Camry back to back? I'm just saying. Well, I think it's certainly the best looking RAV4 to date, but if you're going to buy one, we didn't get to drive it today, but get the color Blue Flame. I think it's really hot. Now, Graham will have a much closer look on a future test drive, but Toyota says this vehicle is good enough to stay the #1 seller in North America. And you know something? I think they're right.